What is it? Hi viewers of TPX8993. I'm here to teach you about playing the guitar today. Now there are two types of guitar. You have over here the acoustic guitar, and then over on my left you have the electric guitar. Now before we get started on those, I'm going to get you introduced. When you play the electric, this is some crucial stuff. This is called a plectrum. Those of you who, it's called a plectrum, otherwise known as a pick. Now this is used so that rather than playing it with your fingers, you use this plectrum to strum it. So if I put that down there. Right, now, the electric guitar amps vary in size. I mean, you can have small ones like this, which is known as an orange microcarosh. It produces exactly 9V of power, and that is a pretty powerful amp. This also has, as you can see on the top, it has a button for toning it, the volume, the power button. This is called a tuner. Now, your guitar has to stay in tune for it to sound right, because otherwise you get a guitar sounding all horrible. Now, this tuner will tell you the notes, the names of the strings. So, there's a button called overdrive, which makes the sound fuzzy almost. And then, from the small amp, you get on to something bigger, like this. This is the Cube 1.5X. Now, this is a lot more powerful. It produces 8 watts of power. That's 18 watts of power. That's double the amount of power that our last amp had. Whereas on this one, you have a volume, place to plug your lead in, recording phones, power squeeze. Now this squeezes in the amount of power you use, so you get a fuzzy effect, just like overdrive. You've got volume, bass, middle and treble. Now those are the 3 names of the volume. Bass, middle and treble. You'll learn about those if you have a Les Paul guitar, which is one sadly we don't have here today. So, after you're done with your 4 amps, you move on to the lead. Now this is the lead. It has 2 ends, one here and one here. One end plugs into the guitar, doesn't matter which. One plugs into the guitar and the other plugs into the amp. So, as you can see, it will be plugged in. Right, so you would plug it into the amp, and then you would put one end into the guitar. Now, the first thing you need to know about playing the guitar is the strings. Now, I'll show you the acoustic. First, as you can see, the acoustic has a hole in the centre of it. This is for the sound to travel, because otherwise it would be very quiet. See, you can hear it better because of this. Ready? So, first we need to learn the names of the strings. Right. At the top, which is the thickest, you have E. Then one down you have A. Then you have D, G, A and high E. Right, so what you will do is to start with, you hold your pick like this. So you have the pick like that, and you take these 3 fingers, place one finger there, and the other 2 there. Then you have it like that. Now, you will do this. So that is the 6 strings. Now, whereas instead of having the hole, the electric guitar has to be plugged in. Right, so I'll tell you what, I'll plug this in. This is called, here on the electric guitar, down here, you have what's called the jack, which is where this gets plugged in, gets slotted in there. Now I'll go over to the amp. Tell you what, if you want to move that out your way, and then you plug it in here. I'll tell you what, I won't even plug it in now, I'll just plug it in the orange. Right, so this is the orange amp. So this way you can get an idea of its power. Put that in there. There you go, power's on. Now, our volume doesn't want to be too loud. Right, volume. Hear it? Right. So there we go, we have that turned on. Now, these are the volume knobs. That is it with overdrive on. Now if you want, sorry, off. Now overdrive on is a very fuzzy effect. Listen. Right, now where did I put that pick? I'll just have to carry on, I'll look for it later. Right. Oh, here it is. Now it's very sensitive. Overdrive, something I like to do is this. You can mess about with these little high strings. You can go like this. That's just one of the silly things you can do with overdrive. So now we move on to playing one of the basic songs. Now this is called Smoke on the Water. Now, I'm not going to teach you how it's properly played because it's extremely hard to play on 2 strings. I'll show you how you play it now. That is the second part. Ready? That's the intro. Now it goes like this. Now, that was wrong. Can any of you tell me why? Probably not, because you're new at this. So, I will now play it the whole way through. So, as you can see, it's a fairly basic song. So, now we're going to give you what is called a Vison, which is where basically my director here will play you the proper Smoke on the Water. Back in a minute. Right, so, as you can see, that was Smoke on the Water, played by Deep Purple. Now, that's a very basic song. So, now, what I'm going to do, what's going to happen is, my cameraman is now going to show you Sunshine of Your Love. This is a fairly difficult one, but when you've got it mastered, it's pretty easy. So this is another one he will now play for you. Okay, let's listen. Okay, so that Sunshine of Your Love, played by the one and only Cream. Now, if you've been playing guitar as long as I have, you'll learn that Cream aren't actually the best band. Now, a band called Muse is one of my personal favourites. I'll now play to you the first part of Time Is Running Out, one of their best sellers. And you know what? Sounds better with overdrive on. Ready? Intro. Time's running out. Now my director will play you the entire thing. Back in a minute. That was one of the songs. Now my director will show you Wonderwall by the one and only Oasis. Now, this is one I might play for you, but not just at the moment, because it's such a good song. I don't want to let you guys in on too much. So he's just going to play you a short little bit. You ready? Now I will start to play the intro of Wonderwall. Now Sam's going to sing this for us. Right, so Sam decided not to sing. However, now I'll show you one of my very favourites. It's known as the one and only Radioactive, played by Kings of Leon. Now, go on then, I'll play this for you. Ready? Because I know that I sure am. You ready? Let's do this. Ready? Now I've got the background music playing for this. So, that was just a bit of it. Now, what we're going to do is my cameraman Sam also plays the guitar. So we're going to let him show you a little something. Fine. He's being a bit picky, so we won't. Okay, so now I'm going to pop the electric down. I'll take this out of the jack. Turn the amplifier off. And put this down. Now make sure you want to have a stand for this. Right, as you can see, I have the acoustic behind me. Now I'm going to show you how to play Time's Running Out on the acoustic. First, your first finger starts on fret 5. Now we call these frets, or actually I should have told you about the parts of it. So this is what we call the body. This is the body. This is the bass liner. These are the strings, produce the sound. This is called the neck. These are called machine heads. They're used for tuning your guitar. Now, you place your first finger on fret 5. So you play finger on fret. What is that? That's 8, isn't it? So you go. No, I've done it wrong, haven't I? Fret 8, that's the correct one. So you go. So you go. Then you play fret 5 twice, so it'll be. Then you place your 4th finger on fret 7, so it turns out like this. Ready? Then you place on fret A, you place your 1st finger on fret 5, and then your 2nd finger on fret 6, so it'll turn out like this. So next, well actually, gosh, look at the time, looks like we're out of time today. Anyway, see you guys next time, bye.